Harmony Ridge, Alabama, was the kind of southern town where trust ran deep and church attendance was a weekly ritual. At the heart of this Bible Belt town stood the River of Light Ministries, a sprawling megachurch led by the revered pastor Elijah Ward. Charismatic and media-savvy, Ward's sermons were televised across the Southeast, drawing thousands both in person and online. To his followers, he was a man of God. To local politicians, a power broker. To the community, untouchable. But beneath the polished sermons and mega-projects, something didn't add up. 2. The crime, what went wrong. On a humid Tuesday morning, 27-year-old church accountant Thomas Granger was found dead in his apartment, an apparent suicide. The only clue left behind was a single note. I tried to warn them. They buried the truth with me. Authorities chalked it up to personal distress. But a closer look at Thomas's laptop, recovered by his sister Mallory, revealed disturbing evidence. Encrypted files, irregular ledgers, and shell company documentation tied directly to the church's donation accounts. The deeper she dug, the clearer it became. Someone was using the ministry to launder millions. 3. The investigation uncovering the truth. Mallory took the evidence to state officials, triggering a quiet investigation by Alabama's Financial Crimes Task Force. Agent Marcus Bell, a seasoned investigator with a reputation for unraveling white-collar fraud, was assigned the case. What he uncovered was staggering. Over $18 million funneled through offshore accounts. Mission trips and healing centers that never existed. Forged donation receipts and fake outreach programs. Ties to political campaign contributions and bribery. And every dollar traced back to Pastor Elijah Ward's inner circle. But when the task force tried to bring in witnesses, they ran into stone walls. One board member vanished while en route to testify. Financial records mysteriously disappeared, and staff who once praised Ward grew silent overnight. 4. The twist, betrayal from within. The breakthrough came not from law enforcement, but from Lydia Rowe, the church's former youth director and Elijah's trusted spiritual mentee. Racked with guilt and fearing for her safety, Lydia came forward with audio recordings of private meetings and copies of emails revealing Ward's direct involvement in setting up fake charities. But more shocking than her confession was the motive. Not greed alone, but power. Ward had used the money to influence elections, blackmail critics, and maintain control over his congregation with ironclad secrecy and spiritual manipulation. Just as prosecutors prepared to indict him, Ward disappeared. 5. The resolution, justice served. After a 3-week manhunt that stretched across 3 states, Ward was found hiding in a luxury cabin outside Asheville, North Carolina. He had tried to escape using forged IDs, $200,000 in cash, and a private chartered vehicle. The arrest was swift. His trial, however, captivated national media. In court, he claimed the charges were a divine test and labeled his accusers agents of spiritual warfare. But a jury found him guilty on 23 federal counts, including fraud, racketeering, money laundering, and obstruction of justice. He was sentenced to life in federal prison without parole. 6. Aftermath, the legacy of the crime. The River of Light Ministries shut down, its once glorious sanctuary abandoned. Harmony Ridge remains divided. Some still pray for Pastor Ward's release. Others refuse to speak his name. For Mallory Granger, the case was more than financial fraud. It was justice for her brother. For Lydia Rowe, it was redemption. And for Agent Bell, it was a reminder. Even in places cloaked in faith, darkness can thrive unchecked. This is the missing hour.